7 silent nighttime habits that could be putting your life at risk after 60. Have you ever gotten out of bed only to feel the room spin or noticed a sudden wave of dizziness? Maybe it's happened when you stood up too quickly in the middle of the night. If you've experienced this, you're not alone. But did you know that these seemingly harmless moments could actually be signs of something much more dangerous? In today's video, I'm revealing 7 hidden nighttime habits that could be putting your health at serious risk, especially as we age. These small, unnoticed behaviors could be the cause of frequent falls, heart problems, or even more dangerous conditions that creep up quietly, affecting your quality of life. But don't worry, there are simple changes you can make to protect yourself, and I'm here to show you how. Imagine waking up at night to go to the bathroom, standing up, and in seconds feeling the floor disappear beneath you. What causes that? More importantly, how can you prevent it? I'll walk you through the dangers of things like postural hypertension, sleep apnea, and even the medications you might be taking at night that could be doing more harm than good. But the good news is, there's a lot you can do to safeguard your health and improve your sleep quality, starting right now. So if you want to take control of your well-being and prevent dangerous nighttime accidents, make sure you stick around until the end of this video. And before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for more health tips that can make a real difference in your life. Let's get started. Habit 1. The fatal mistake of eating late at night. Imagine lying down to sleep after a heavy meal, thinking it's just another night of rest. Little do you know, you might be setting yourself up for a serious health crisis. This habit of eating late at night may seem harmless at first, but when you reach the age of 70, it becomes a ticking time bomb for your cardiovascular system. As we age, our bodies don't function as efficiently as they used to. Metabolism slows down, digestion takes longer, and the heart becomes more sensitive to strain. Eating late at night, especially heavy meals, forces the body to work overtime when it should be resting. The body is designed to slow down and recover during sleep, but instead it's busy digesting that last snack or meal. The heart in particular can feel the pressure of this extra work. Research has shown that eating late at night can cause spikes in blood pressure, alter heart rhythms, and even trigger arrhythmias. This is a dangerous combination, especially for older adults. But the risks don't stop there. Fatty foods or meals rich in refined carbs, think pasta, fried foods, or sugary snacks, can raise blood sugar levels. Over time, this can lead to plaque buildup in the arteries, which is a primary cause of heart attacks and strokes. What's even scarier is that many seniors don't realize how these late-night meals can silently wreak havoc on their bodies. They may feel symptoms like heartburn or acid reflux after eating, but most shrug it off as normal. The problem with these signs is that they often go unnoticed or ignored. Stomach acid that backs up into the esophagus can cause irritation and inflammation, leading to long-term issues. In the worst case, it can even cause aspiration pneumonia, a life-threatening condition. But it doesn't end with digestive discomfort. That same acid reflux can contribute to sleep apnea, where breathing stops and starts during sleep, reducing oxygen levels in the blood. This puts immense strain on the heart, creating the perfect storm for cardiovascular complications. So how can we avoid this life-threatening mistake? Fortunately, it's not difficult to make a change. The first step is to stop eating at least 3 hours before bed. This allows the body to properly digest and rest. Opt for lighter meals in the evening, foods like vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains instead of fatty foods and refined carbs. If you need a snack before bed, try something simple like fruit, yogurt, or nuts. And don't forget to elevate the head of your bed slightly to help prevent reflux from disrupting your sleep. By making these simple adjustments, you can help your heart rest easy, improve your digestion, and reduce the risk of serious health complications. After all, a good night's sleep starts with the right choices, long before your head hits the pillow. Habit 2, the hidden danger of drinking. Too much water before bed. What if that glass of water you sip before bed is secretly sabotaging your health? While staying hydrated is crucial, drinking too much water right before sleep can have dangerous consequences, especially as you age. The timing of your fluid intake could be the difference between a restful night and a potential health disaster. As we get older, our kidneys become less efficient. They continue to filter blood overnight, but the bladder's ability to store urine diminishes. This means that when you drink large amounts of water right before bed, your body struggles to hold on to it, and you end up waking up multiple times during the night to use the bathroom. The inconvenience of frequent trips to the bathroom is just the tip of the iceberg. The real danger lies in what happens when you get up to relieve yourself. Imagine this. It's the middle of the night, you're still groggy, and your body is still in sleep mode. When you stand up quickly, your blood pressure drops, and your brain hasn't fully adjusted to the change in position. This sudden dip in blood pressure can cause dizziness, imbalance, and even fainting. For seniors, these falls can be catastrophic, often leading to fractures, head injuries, and extended hospital stays. In fact, falls are one of the leading causes of injury and hospitalization among older adults. But it doesn't stop there. Drinking too much water before bed doesn't just affect your bathroom habits. It also puts extra strain on your heart. As you sleep, your body naturally slows down its heart rate and circulation to promote rest. When you drink a lot of water late at night, your body has to work harder to process the extra fluid, which can cause an increase in blood pressure and heart rate. This puts unnecessary pressure on your cardiovascular system, and especially if you already have heart issues. And that's not all. Sleep disruption itself is another silent danger. Constantly waking up to use the bathroom disrupts your sleep cycle, preventing you from reaching the deeper, restorative stages of sleep. Over time, this chronic sleep deprivation can lead to cognitive decline, memory issues, and a greater risk of conditions like dementia and Alzheimer's. In fact, poor sleep is directly linked to inflammation in the brain and higher blood pressure, both of which contribute to long-term health problems. So, how can you protect yourself from this hidden danger? The solution is simple but powerful. Try to drink most of your water during the day and reduce your intake in the hours leading up to bedtime. Ideally, stop drinking fluids at least 2 hours before bed. If you're thirsty in the evening, limit your intake to small sips rather than large glasses. And if you need to get up during the night, use night lights to guide your way safely, reducing the risk of falls. By making these small changes, you can avoid the dangerous effects of drinking too much water before bed and enjoy a more peaceful, healthier night's rest. Now that you know the hidden dangers of this seemingly harmless habit, let's take a look at another risk that many people unknowingly face. Habit 3. The silent killer of sleeping in a hot room. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night drenched in sweat, gasping for air, and wondering what went wrong? It might be the temperature of your room that's quietly working against your health, especially as you age. While a cozy, warm room might seem like the perfect environment for a good night's sleep, too much heat can have serious consequences, ones you may not even realize until it's too late. When you're in your 70s or older, your body's ability to regulate its internal temperature becomes less efficient. This means that sleeping in a hot room can be much more dangerous than you think. Normally, your body cools itself down to prepare for deep, restorative sleep. But if the room is too warm, your body struggles to cool down, putting additional strain on your heart and other vital organs. This isn't just uncomfortable, it can lead to major cardiovascular issues. Overheating during sleep can increase your heart rate, raise your blood pressure, and even increase the risk of heart attacks and strokes. But the risks of sleeping in a hot room go beyond just the heart. The heat can also cause dehydration, which is particularly harmful for older adults. As you sleep, your body naturally loses fluids through sweat, and if your room is excessively warm, you're more likely to lose even more. This dehydration can thicken your blood, leading to an increased risk of blood clots, strokes, and other complications. The consequences of dehydration during sleep can be life-threatening, yet it's something that many don't even notice until they experience serious health problems. Even more surprising is how heat can disrupt the natural sleep cycle. While you may think that being warm helps you fall asleep faster, the reality is that excessive heat can keep you from reaching the deeper, more restorative stages of sleep. When the room is too hot, your body is constantly working to dissipate the heat, preventing you from entering the stages of deep sleep that allow your body to repair itself. This results in poorer quality sleep, which over time can lead to cognitive decline, memory problems, and even a weakened immune system. So how can you ensure your sleep environment is safe and comfortable? The good news is that small adjustments can make a big difference. Try to keep your bedroom temperature between 18 degrees Celsius in 22 degrees Celsius, 64 degrees Fahrenheit, and 72 degrees Fahrenheit. This range is ideal for a restful and safe night's sleep. Use lightweight sheets and breathable fabrics like cotton, and avoid heavy blankets that can trap heat. If possible, consider using a fan or air conditioner to improve air circulation, or even open a window to allow natural ventilation. By creating a cooler sleep environment, you help your body maintain its natural cooling process, which supports heart health, proper hydration, and deep restorative sleep. Now that you know the dangers of sleeping in a hot room, you might wonder what other habits could be quietly affecting your health without your knowledge. Let's move on to another risk that could be lurking in your nightly routine. Habit 4. The surprising danger of sleeping in the wrong position. Do you ever wake up feeling stiff, sore, or even more exhausted than when you went to bed? What if I told you that your sleep position might be the hidden culprit? It may seem like an insignificant detail, but the way you sleep can have a massive impact on your health, especially as you age. After 70, choosing the wrong position to sleep in could be quietly putting you at risk for serious conditions like stroke and heart disease. Many people don't think twice about how they lie down at night, but research suggests that certain sleeping positions can significantly affect your health. For instance, sleeping on your back might be one of the most dangerous habits you can adopt as you get older. When you sleep on your back, gravity causes the tissues in your throat to collapse, partially blocking your airway. This reduces the amount of oxygen that reaches your brain, increasing the likelihood of obstructive sleep apnea. Sleep apnea, where breathing repeatedly stops and starts throughout the night, can increase the risk of high blood pressure, stroke, and heart attack. The danger doesn't end there. When your body is unable to get enough oxygen during sleep, it starts compensating by working harder, which puts stress on the heart. Over time, this extra strain can lead to dangerous heart conditions. Additionally, sleeping on your back can hinder blood circulation, especially if you already suffer from vascular problems. Poor circulation can cause blood clots to form, which is one of the primary causes of ischemic strokes. But what about sleeping on your right side? Many people assume this position is safer, but it can actually put unnecessary pressure on your heart. When you sleep on your right side, it compresses a major blood vessel known as the inferior vena cava. This impedes the circulation of blood back to the heart, potentially causing fluid retention and increasing the risk of heart failure. Even though it may feel comfortable, it can secretly be compromising your health. So what's the best sleep position for those over 70? The answer may surprise you: sleeping on your left side. This position not only improves blood flow, but also helps with digestion and reduces the risk of gastric reflux. Most importantly, sleeping on the left side increases the amount of blood that flows to your brain, reducing the chances of a stroke during sleep. It's a small adjustment that could have a big impact on your long-term health. Changing your sleep position might not be easy, especially if you've been accustomed to one position for years. But there are a few tricks to make the transition smoother. For example, using a firm pillow between your knees can help keep your spine aligned, while placing a pillow behind your back can prevent you from rolling over during the night. Now that you know how your sleeping position could be silently affecting your health, let's move on to another habit that might be increasing your risk of serious health issues without you even realizing it. Habit 5, the dangerous habit of getting up too quickly. Have you ever jumped out of bed in a hurry only to feel dizzy, lightheaded, or even on the verge of fainting? It might seem like a normal morning routine, but getting up too quickly is far more dangerous than you might think, especially as you age. This seemingly harmless habit can put you at serious risk of falls, injuries, and even life-threatening health conditions. When you get out of bed abruptly, your body has to adjust to the change in position. In younger individuals, this process is relatively quick and seamless, but as you get older, your body's ability to regulate blood pressure becomes less efficient. This sudden transition from lying down to standing causes a temporary drop in blood pressure, known as postural hypotension. The result? You feel dizzy, unsteady, and sometimes even faint. For older adults, this momentary drop in blood pressure can be a real problem. This isn't just about feeling a little dizzy for a few seconds. The consequences of getting up too quickly can be far more severe. The risk of falling during this dizzy spell is high, especially in the dark when you're still groggy from sleep. A fall can lead to serious injuries like fractures, head trauma, or worse. In fact, falls are one of the leading causes of hospitalization in seniors, and the recovery can be long and painful, impacting overall quality of life. It's not just the falls that should be a concern, though. When your blood pressure drops too much, your brain isn't getting the oxygen it needs, which can lead to confusion, disorientation, and even a greater risk of stroke. The additional strain on the cardiovascular system from this sudden change can exacerbate existing heart conditions, leading to even more serious complications down the road. The good news is that avoiding this dangerous habit is simple and can be done with just a few small changes to your routine. The key is to slow down when you get up. Before standing, try sitting on the edge of the bed for a few moments, allowing your body time to adjust. This helps your blood pressure stabilize and reduces the risk of dizziness. After sitting up for a bit, take your time standing and avoid making any sudden movements. Another helpful tip is to keep a glass of water nearby. Dehydration can worsen the effects of postural hypotension, so staying hydrated can make a significant difference. Using nightlights is another simple step that can help you navigate your home safely, especially if you need to get up during the night. By making these small adjustments, you can significantly reduce your risk of falls and protect yourself from the dangerous consequences of getting up too quickly. But there's another common habit that can be just as hazardous, and it's something many people do without even thinking about it. Let's take a look at the next risk. Habit 6. The silent danger of snoring and breathing. Interruptions. Have you ever been told that you snore loudly or that you stop breathing while you sleep? While it might seem like a minor issue, frequent snoring and moments of breathlessness during the night could be signs of a much bigger problem. This seemingly harmless habit can quietly increase your risk of serious health issues, including heart attacks, strokes, and even sudden death, especially as you get older. At first glance, snoring might just sound like an annoyance, both for you and your partner. However, the reality is far more alarming. Snoring, especially when accompanied by pauses in breathing, is often a symptom of obstructive sleep apnea, OSA, a condition where the airway becomes partially or fully blocked during sleep. These interruptions in breathing can happen dozens, if not hundreds of times during the night without you even realizing it. When your breathing stops, the oxygen levels in your blood drop dramatically. This forces your heart to work harder to compensate, increasing blood pressure and placing unnecessary strain on the cardiovascular system. Over time, this added stress can contribute to serious conditions like high blood pressure, heart disease, and stroke. Even more concerning is the fact that sleep apnea prevents you from entering the deeper, restorative stages of sleep, which are essential for overall health and recovery. It doesn't stop with the heart. People who suffer from sleep apnea often wake up feeling exhausted, despite having seemingly slept for hours. This constant sleep disruption leads to extreme daytime drowsiness, difficulty concentrating, and even memory problems. Sleep deprivation can also increase the risk of falls, accidents, and a diminished immune system, making you more vulnerable to illness. But perhaps the most surprising impact of sleep apnea is its link to dementia and Alzheimer's. Chronic oxygen deprivation to the brain can accelerate cognitive decline, leaving you at a higher risk of these debilitating conditions. So, how do you know if you have sleep apnea? Most people aren't aware of the problem until someone else points it out. If you snore loudly, gasp for air during sleep, or wake up feeling out of breath, you might be suffering from sleep apnea. Other common symptoms include dry mouth upon waking, morning headaches, and excessive tiredness throughout the day. If any of these sound familiar, it's important to talk to your doctor and get a sleep study to determine the cause of your symptoms. There's good news, though. Sleep apnea is treatable. Lifestyle changes like losing weight, avoiding alcohol before bed, and sleeping on your side can significantly reduce the severity of sleep apnea. In more severe cases, doctors may recommend using a CPAP machine, which keeps the airway open during sleep, ensuring better airflow and a safer, more restful night's sleep. Now that you understand the risks of snoring and interrupted breathing, let's move on to a habit that many people overlook, one that could be quietly affecting your health in ways you never imagined. Habit 7. The dangerous habit of taking medications before bed. It might seem like a simple part of your nightly routine, popping a pill before bed to help you sleep, manage your blood pressure, or ease pain. But what if that routine is quietly putting your life at risk? Certain medications, when taken before bed, can disrupt your body's natural processes and lead to severe health complications, especially as you get older. You may not realize it, but some common medications can have dangerous side effects when taken at night. Sedatives and sleeping pills, often prescribed to help with insomnia, work by slowing down the central nervous system. For older adults, this can be particularly risky. These medications can slow your breathing, making it harder for your body to get enough oxygen during sleep. If you already suffer from conditions like sleep apnea or heart disease, these medications can make the problem worse, increasing the risk of heart failure, stroke, or even sudden death. But it's not just sedatives that pose a threat. Many people take blood pressure medications before bed, hoping to regulate their levels overnight. While this can be beneficial, it also carries a hidden danger. Some blood pressure drugs can cause an abrupt drop in blood pressure while you're sleeping, reducing blood flow to vital organs, including your brain. This sudden dip can lead to dizziness, confusion, and even fainting, putting you at risk for falls and other injuries. In the worst-case scenario, this fluctuation in blood pressure could trigger a stroke or heart attack. Even common over-the-counter medications like painkillers can have unintended consequences. Non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, NSAIDs like ibuprofen, are often taken before bed to alleviate pain, but regular use can cause long-term damage to your kidneys and liver. These organs are crucial for detoxifying your body, and when they're overburdened by the frequent use of these drugs, toxins can build up in your system. This can lead to kidney failure or increase your risk of internal bleeding, particularly if you have a history of ulcers or blood clotting issues. So, what can you do to protect yourself from the dangers of nighttime medications? First, always consult your doctor before taking any medication at night, especially if you're taking multiple prescriptions. Your healthcare provider can help determine the safest routine for your medications and may even offer alternative treatments with fewer risks. If you take sedatives or sleep aids, consider non-pharmacological solutions like cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, which has been shown to be just as effective in improving sleep without the side effects. Additionally, if you rely on painkillers or blood pressure medication, make sure you're taking them at the right time of day and not too close to bedtime. This can help reduce the risk of harmful interactions and give your body a chance to process the medication properly before you sleep. By understanding the risks of nighttime medications and taking the necessary precautions, you can safeguard your health and ensure that your nightly routine supports, rather than harms, your well-being. This brings us to the final reminder. Your health is your most valuable asset, and small changes in your habits can make a world of difference in extending your life and improving your quality of sleep. So, there you have it. 7 hidden nighttime habits that could be silently putting your health at risk. But don't worry, it's never too late to make small changes that can have a huge impact. By taking simple steps like getting up slowly, staying hydrated, adjusting your sleep environment, and being mindful of the medications you take, you can dramatically reduce the risk of dangerous falls, heart issues, and even long-term complications like dementia or stroke. Remember, your health is your most valuable asset, and it's never too late to take control. Prioritize safe sleep habits, listen to your body, and don't ignore the small signs that something might be off. By making these easy adjustments, you can enjoy a longer, healthier life and keep those nighttime risks at bay. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below with any questions or experiences you'd like to share. I'd love to hear from you. And if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you never miss out on more tips to improve your health and well-being. Take care of yourself, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.